Now this is the sterling silver that came out of the bags and bags of jewelry. I'll start to go through them with you. So I just went over the costume jewelry, the better costume jewelry. Oh, and there was one other piece I forgot to show you. This is marked with the insignia Givenchy. This is a honeycomb sort of hexagonal style chain, double chain necklace, collar necklace. Really great look to it. So starting with the silver jewelry, I got these, which are, I mean, I don't know if you can see the detail, but just lovely. They're not repoussé and they're not etched. And I guess that they're sort of pressed. Repoussé is where it's hammered out from the back, but you can see that this isn't. So this is sort of pressed. Now these bracelets are sterling silver, and they're referred to, as I know them, bypass bracelets. And these have a lion or cheetah head, and they have a nice weight to them. They're from Trinidad, and they're very collectible. They're sterling silver and have a nice heavy weight to them, and these were all in the bag. Then I got this, which is a Tiffany and Company Return to Tiffany. This one has some initials in it. Sterling silver, marked and tested. Now, just because something is marked Tiffany and Company does not mean that it's sterling. I've come across many items, and here exactly is an item. This one is marked Tiffany and Company, but it just doesn't feel right. I mean, I ended up testing it, and it did not even test for sterling. It has their look. The Tiffany blue box and the chain that had come with it is marked sterling, but it just isn't. It doesn't look right. It doesn't, when you match it up to the real thing, it just doesn't compare. The quality, nor the name is not the same as an actual piece. And here's another piece that came out of the bag that, although some items are sterling, so this one tests for sterling, but is not the real thing. So getting back to my sterling, here's a nice heart ring I picked up. This one's lovely. This one has some little rhinestone or CZ embellishments. I got this wonderful religious medal. The metal, which has a nice weight to it, is sterling, but the necklace does not test for sterling, nor does it have a clasp. Just look at that wonderful, wonderful detail. Then these were in the bags, these very sort of ornate looking rose earrings. Then there are these wonderful hoop earrings. Here's a nice bracelet, more like a thin cuff with sterling little balls. Then there's this necklace, which has really nice detail, a wonderful sort of braided wire necklace, just a great look to it. And these have earrings that go with it. Then these little guys were in there, these charms. This one's a little sterling shoe with marcasites. And this one's a little cocktail glass with a teeny little enameled cherry. Then these Native American earrings were in there, mother of pearl, turquoise, coral, and probably onyx. This bracelet, which is not marked sterling, but it just had the feel of sterling to it. So I tested it, and sure enough, it is sterling. Then here's a sort of fraternal kind of charm, which is sterling and enamel. Here are very nice semi-precious and pearl. They look like they're probably garnet and maybe a quartz and a little pearl in them, and they're sterling silver. Then I got this in the bags, which is kind of interesting looking. It's on a sterling bracelet, but all these interesting different charms. And they're probably, some of them are semi-precious, some are glass. This one's a blown glass piece. Just a very interesting, eclectic look. Then there were a bunch of these braided sterling bracelets and necklaces, some sterling earrings, another lovely detailed religious piece, stars on a pin, and then another very interesting piece, which is this. So this is Salmon Coral. It's very detailed in its work. I looked closer to look for the little striations in here, and I found them. The back, however, is not gold. I would have thought that they would have put it on a real gold backing, but the front is just wonderful. I have to test to see whether it's a sterling, but really, really lovely. And then the other Tiffany and Company piece that I got, which is real, this was actually made in the Philippines for Tiffany and Company, and this is a star keychain and has very nice detail. So Parker is with me now. Parker is looking at the jewelry with me. So Parker says it's time to go on to the next group of jewelry. So I thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something, and I look forward to seeing you back at my next video. Bye.